Hello, hello! I have arrived. Artist, archivist, future man, and tonight, theoretical medical professional. You can call me Tiberius Vanderfield. Hello, hello. Yes, so, Arknights. Yeah, not a whole lot to be said on that. We will be continuing once again. Hopefully, we will get past this very troubling stage. But one way or the other, Arknights. Let's see. So yes, business. So, last stream of the week, so we don't need to worry about the rest of this week's schedule because it does not exist. But yes, as for next week, we should be seeing some more Umumusume Pretty Derby Party Dash on Tuesday. Then on Friday, we should be seeing some more Guilty Gear. And then on Saturday, we should be seeing another round of Arknights. But yes, so... yes, the Tuesday and Saturday streams are at roughly 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and the Friday stream should be at about 9 p.m. Central Time. Alright, I think that's the cleanest intro I've done possibly ever, but certainly within the past 365 days. I was going to say within the year, but we haven't had a whole lot of year to compare. But yes, so... let's see. Anything else that I want to go over before we get started? I suppose not. Yeah, I do think that the focus on being a little bit more efficient with my intros has been good. I want to avoid sort of getting myself in the mindset that I need to rush, which has happened a few times when I was trying to get through these quickly. But I think we're good. If nothing else, that little aside there has probably demonstrated to you that I'm not too concerned about taking up too much time right now. But yes, so, let's see. Yeah, I guess there really isn't anything else to be said at this point. We will just get right into things as soon as the game is done loading. And as soon as we get into the mission area. Alright, we're almost there. Okay. Now we're okay. Arknights. So yes, so, last time around, we got up to Operation 5-7. In this mission, we encountered a number of drones, frost drones specifically. I suppose I should bring up the enemies here. But yes, these fellows are quite a bother to us. But yeah, there are probably ways that I could deal with them. But right now, the main issue with them is that they are able to significantly reduce the attack speed of allied units within, or of my units, I should say. Yeah, their allied units would be the enemies, I suppose. But yes, they're able to substantially reduce the attack speed of our units, which is a big problem because they're also pretty decently tough. But yes, the mission does feature a drone jamming device, which we can use to disable the abilities of and slow drones that are within a certain area of the device. The problem with that, though, is that it takes a tremendous amount of deployment points to be able to use. So it's quite expensive, and by the time I get it up, it usually we're in a bad spot. So yeah, so, looking over all this, I was thinking that we're probably going to want to revise our team somewhat. Probably we're going to want to make some changes to who exactly we're deploying, but more specifically I was thinking we were going to want to make changes about their levels. Yeah, so I've said it before, but I'm usually trying to use as low of level units as I can get away with. But yeah, this stage... you know, we've been able to survive long enough to get a we've been able to survive long enough to kill frost drones. We've been able to survive long enough to be able to disable some of the frost drones with the jamming device. But the problem is, once we've gotten to that point, then we typically don't have enough DPS to deal with the arts drones. What were they called? Arts Masters. Yeah, we don't have enough to deal with the arts drones once we get there. But yeah, having to, having to counteract the frost drone specifically with the jamming device makes it a little bit harder to deploy it in such a way that it also deals with the, or in a way that is optimal for dealing with the casters, or the arts masters, I should say. Not that it's impossible necessarily, because it can, it will affect all drones within its radius, and its radius is quite large. But the drones, the frost drones, are stationary and they're spaced out pretty well, such that there's only one space I can put the jammer that will affect more than one drone at a time. I don't know why I decided to put my water bottle on the floor today. That's a rather inconvenient place for it. Sit. So yes. So, we've got a lot to consider here. And again, the main issue with the Arts Master drones is just the fact that they, even slowed down, it's hard for us to get enough damage on them to take them out before they become a significant problem. So yeah, so I don't think I'm going to promote anyone to Elite 2, despite the fact the mission suggests that I do. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. That's something I'm going to do very sparingly, I think. It's definitely going to happen. Like, it will happen. But yeah, there are some units that I'm just going to, that I just want to use at Elite 2, to be able to use all of their abilities and whatnot. And there's a few, well, one, that I will need to raise to Elite 2, if I recall correctly. Like, it will be strictly necessary for plot progression. But yes. So, anyway, so I don't have a whole lot of idea about what specifically I want to do. But yeah, I had used Glaucus as a unit who is specifically tailored towards disabling drones. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to focus that hard on her. But yeah, she does do extra damage, but, she is not a damage dealer primarily. Yeah, she is a slow operator, so her job is to keep them in place. Which, granted, could be useful, but I don't believe that Glaucus has, despite the fact that she has an ability that is specifically effective against drones, I don't think she has targeting priority. I don't think drones have priority for her, so it's possible that she can get focused on a ground unit, at which point that would be somewhat troubling for us. But yeah, so all that being said, essentially that is, I'm going to be focusing on using snipers, I think. Yeah, we've used a lot of, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, our lineup here doesn't involve any snipers whatsoever, which is probably something of a mistake. I don't know what sniper I would necessarily want to use for this purpose, strictly speaking, but there's probably a lot of good options. But yeah, I think of the units that we have available, or of the casters that we currently have on the team, Keabe and Steward are both probably good choices. Steward because he prioritizes targets with high defense, and Keabe because she also can prioritize targets with high defense and does extra damage to units with high defense. But yes. So, of them, I think I'd probably want to, well, I don't know. Because again, the bulk of the problem is when the Arts Masters come out. And I don't think they have that much defense that I could consistently get Steward to target them. So it's likely that it would be best to switch over to snipers. And so, that means we'll have to think about what snipers we want to use. But yes. So, we've got a lot of decent options. We've got a lot of pretty good options, honestly. But yes. So, having a AoE sniper could be useful. Artillerymen, as the game refers to them. An artilleryman sniper could be quite useful. The standard snipers are probably going to be, I think marksmen is what they're called? Yes. Yeah, marksmen prioritize flying units, so they would probably be good. Yeah, I'm realizing that I have quite a few of them. Yeah, quite a few of them that I've just not used. I suppose that's true of every class, but I don't have that many marksmen, I don't think. At the very least, I don't know which of these characters are marksmen and which of them aren't, for the most part. Yeah, I don't think any of them are necessarily substantially better than any others for the purposes that I'm going for. So for the sake of efficiency, I suppose we might as well go for Arknights and Cruz for the time being.
Where's the rally point?
So yes, they have a little bit lower stats than others compared due to being 3-star units rather than, say, 4 stars, but they do have a lower deployment cost as a result. That could be useful. Hopefully we will be fine, yes. Anyway, as for the rest of the lineup, yeah, Cruz and Arknights are at the highest level they can achieve, I believe. But yeah, so having a high level Elite 1 unit. Ah, hello Asimo. Yeah, we're just considering the team here. Yeah, glad to see you drop by. Hope you're doing well today. Are you well fed and well watered and all that? But yes. So Arknights and Cruz are pretty high level among units that I have, or at least among units that I have in the role that I'm looking for here. So I imagine they'll do pretty well. But yeah, I'm not opposed necessarily to leveling up other snipers that I have, but if I've already got leveled up snipers, I might as well use them, you know? But yes, other than that, but yeah, there is a guard. There is a guard that I've been thinking about, who is probably could be pretty good. Yes, Lapland here, whom I believe I may have used once before during some event or another, but Lapland here is notable because her basic attacks have the ability to silence enemies, which causes them to not have, their abilities will no longer be active for the time that they are silenced. And that, if you can believe it, is pretty strong. It's a very good ability. But yes. But yeah. So Lapland is quite good. There's been a lot of situations, a lot of troubling situations that we've been in that probably could have been solved very efficiently by just deploying Lapland. But I don't want to, rely too much on just using the, one I don't know. I don't want to focus too hard on trying to use a specific unit to counter things. But I suppose, that being said, that is strategy, and strategy is sort of what I'm focusing on. Picking out units that are good for the mission at hand is something that I value. So Lapland could be good. But yeah. That being said, she'd only really be good as long as, or at least she's only good for what I'm aiming for, as long as she is able to focus strictly on the frost drones, which is not necessarily going to be the case. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag. She could be good, but she also might not. In fact, she's definitely not going to be as soon as anything that is, a melee unit comes within whacking range of her. So Lapland could be good, but I don't know that she's going to be good for this specific instance. It could go either way, but I'm kind of leaning against Lapland for the time being. But yes, as for others, I did have one other revision that I had in mind specifically. Switching over one of my vanguards, not to Ponsiris, sadly, but to Myrtle. Because I was thinking, part of the issue that we were having is that with our current configuration of vanguards, it's very difficult to get a medic in such a position that they're able to heal them while also not being in tremendous danger themselves. So I was thinking over that, and I remembered that Myrtle has healing wings. So she is able to provide DP and also heal at the same time. So this can allow us to focus heavily on...
There's a mission?
Yeah, focus heavily on more, getting our DP generating units out faster, generating just DP for a while until we have need of other things, while still not compromising on healing and whatnot. Anyway, as for Bee Hunter, I've had her on Soaring Fists, which reduces her attack interval. It allows her to attack faster, but I've not used it all that much. I think it might be better to go for flexibility, perhaps, considering that damage output isn't a huge concern for Bee Hunter in the role that we're using her for. She does fine damage. She could do better damage, but she does fine damage. But yeah, more so I am concerned with making sure that she remains alive. But yes, otherwise, Perfumer and Tilopsis are probably fine for what they need, what I need them for. But yeah, of them, I don't know, they're both pretty equally good. They're good for different things. Perfumer's good for the passive healing, and Tilopsis is good for the passive skill gain. Otherwise, let's see. So deploying Fang and Bee Hunter and Myrtle early on will allow us to secure the upper lane and generate a lot of DP without having to deploy too many other units. Nocul and Cruz are going to be doing a lot of damage to aerial units. But yes, Fire Whistle. Fire Whistle's probably not good for what we would want to use her for. But yeah, I probably would want to switch her for another defender, possibly a healing defender. And of course, the healing defender that is number 1 on our team would be Gummy.
Gummy, ready to go.
So yes, Gummy could be good. I might want to see how that all treats us. Yeah, anyway, as for the others, Estelle and Quartz are probably going to be fine for what we need them for. But yeah, which is to say, dealing with a lot of enemies. But yeah, sort of the idea is, since we have pretty convenient locations where we can deploy a guard to sort of support the defender in positions like here and here, I imagine that's going to be probably a priority, and especially on the top lane, because that's an area where we face a lot of enemies. But yes. Other than that, I guess I haven't actually leveled up any units like I said I was going to. I just sort of switched over to 2 higher leveled units, which, you know, could be perfectly fine. Glaucus is still here. I don't know that I want Glaucus to be here, honestly. But yeah, again, she's especially effective against drones. And counter EMP could actually be quite good for... Yeah, counter EMP could be really good for when the arts masters appear. So you know what? I think we are going to keep Glaucus around. I realized I never upgraded her skills at all, and I did notice that I have the ability to increase her potential, so let's do that. But yes. So yes, so this should be pretty solid.
Remember your grounding measures.
Let's see. Aura would probably be better on the top lane. Probably be better on the top lane because that's where we face the larger number of units. I think the ones on the lower lane are a little bit stronger, so Gummy's stuns would be valuable there. But yes, Cruz is Cruz. Yeah, I think we've got a pretty good strategy here. Time will tell how good it is, but we've definitely got a strategy, if nothing else. Yes, so, very important. Yes, Myrtle will be within the Frost Drone's area of effect, I do believe. I don't know how this will really treat us. I don't know if this will affect how Healing Wings works. I'm inclined to believe no, but also I simply don't have any idea. So, it might behoove us to deploy our snipers early, though I suppose that we don't actually have a great position to put any of them in that would be able to deal with this drone here. I suppose we don't necessarily need to deal with that drone specifically, but it is something to keep in mind. Yes, we are getting enemies getting past us now.
I have to get serious now.
Yes. That being said, we do have Cora for here, and then Quartz.
A bit late, not a big problem.
Yes, Quartz, having pretty slow attack speed to begin with, is pretty okay in this position and in this role. Yeah, especially since we're just sort of dealing with slugs at this point. Oh, that was strange. Anyway, so now's the moment of truth where we decide where we want to put the jammer. Given what we had experienced before, honestly, this might be the place. Because the front line isn't going to be crucial for us. Yeah, the front line isn't going to be crucial for us. And the rear line affords us a lot of positions where we can put snipers. So that would be good. Plus, like I was saying, we don't have a great position for... we are... Alright, Myrtle is taking some damage, which I was not hoping for. Alright, well... Okay, so, the plan is falling apart a little bit. So yes, yeah, now we're losing our front line. We do have a stronger back line, but we also don't have the support I was hoping for on Gummy. So then...
Blended, safe and sound.
This is not going to go well, I don't think. This was a bad place to put... Yeah, this was a bad place to put Glaucus.
Target marked.
So yeah, Gummy's not going to be able to attack very often, but we also don't necessarily need her to. Hopefully Nakiel is going to be able to do what we need him to.
Doctor, I'm in.
But yes, we need to get Quartz destroying things. Let's see. We're getting a lot of Arts Masters in places where I don't want them, which is to say anywhere in existence. Gummy is more than capable of surviving on her own, though. But it seems the same is not true of Nakiel. And yeah, we definitely... Okay, we don't have enough damage. Yeah, we ran into the same problem as before. So yeah, so I'm thinking we probably... Alright, so, we need to get rid of these, we need to get rid of the Arts Masters. I had considered using an artilleryman, but I had decided against it because I had thought that it wasn't necessarily going to be a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think it was a good idea. So yes, at Nakiel, I think we'll switch out. Our highest level would be Shiryuki. She's a little bit more expensive than Catapult, but I think that she'll be a little bit better. Yeah, Fatal Shuriken would be good for reducing enemy speed. Yeah, Quartz did her job perfectly fine. Yeah, Estelle gave support to Gummy. I wasn't able to deploy Gummy precisely as I would have liked, maybe. Yeah, what would really be good is if we were able to deploy our units.
Commencing operation.
Where would we want to deploy our units? Because yeah, we need to cover a lot of area. Well, do we? Do we need to cover a lot of area, or do we just need the... and make sure to put out the cooking Arts Masters to die fast? Yeah, either way, I don't think the position of the jamming device worked out very well. Yeah, placing it farther forward would give... Oh, whoops. Alright. Positioning it farther forward would give a little bit more room for us to deploy snipers. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't throw us off too much here. But yes, as soon as we can, we're going to want to deploy quartz.
A bit late, not a big problem.
Not a big problem indeed. Alright. So now I have to consider... Actually, what was the situation like when Myrtle went down earlier? Because, yeah, she didn't have healing wings up. I know that much, because, you know, she couldn't use it. Do we want to place this further forward? This will provide us with a lot of safety on our snipers. So, well, it won't provide us that much. This might still be the play, honestly. Alright, so we need to deploy... Well, yes, we want to place... Yes. We want to place Estelle in front, obviously. But yes. The question is, how do I want to deploy my medics going forward? Yeah, Cora is slowly losing health. So we want a medic sooner rather than later, I think. Quartz is in a pretty safe location. But yeah, we might want to get rid of our front line before too long here, though. Because, yeah, I don't think they're going to be providing us with sufficient value for very long. Yeah, especially since they're about to get shredded. Alright, so. How do... I think we want to place Shiryuki forward. And then we want to place Cruz sort of in the back. But yes. So Shiryuki isn't going to prioritize the drones necessarily. Hopefully, circumstances will be such that they will naturally be in a position that she will target them. It seems that that's not the case, but, you know, in theory.
Ready. Shadow.
Alright, Shiryuki, it seems, was maybe not a good choice. We need to do something here. This is not a good situation. Alright, she is... Okay, now that she is able to target the drone, she is doing pretty well.
Very well. There you are.
It's... It feels like she shouldn't be targeting them that far up, honestly.
Sheathe my weapon. Pioneer strength. It's more important than brute strength. Doctor,
Because, yeah, she doesn't have that much frontal range. But she was or that much upwards range. But she was definitely targeting focusing very hard on a target above her. So we're not losing yet.
Call for me?
What's the range on this? Quite significant. We did let one drone through.
Ready to go.
Not necessarily a huge deal. Alright. Cora needs to survive. You don't have uptime on your skill. Alright, we had a lot more enemies get past us than I would like. I don't think Cruz can necessarily deal with all of them. Oh, the frost drones started moving. I wasn't expecting that. We've just lost someone. Who was it? Oh, Estelle. Alright, we have lost, I think. Yeah, we've definitely lost. That being said, that was pretty good.
In the end, I'm good for nothing.
Sit.
Just as expected.
I wouldn't say that. So yes. So, we were having a very strange situation there. Because yeah, with Shiryuki positioned here and facing this way, she shouldn't have been able to attack enemies within that tile, but she was, which is odd. And I don't know what to say about that, other than to say that it's strange. So yes. So, I don't know how to fix that, considering I don't know why it happened in the first place. But yeah, the frost drones will start moving. I guess I should have expected that, honestly. Other than the issue that we, have already recognized, Shiryuki did do very good. Yeah, positioning... Yeah, placing... What's the word I'm looking for? Yes, I didn't expect Glaucus to do much there. She did do pretty good. She did better than I was expecting. So I should have... I don't know, maybe I should have expected more of her. But yes. Again, this is kind of her element. So let's see. With the way that we positioned... Yeah, with the way that we positioned our medic, we weren't able to heal most of our units, honestly. I don't know that Telopsis was necessarily the play. But yes. Like, there's no reason to specifically use Telopsis here. We could have just as easily used Perfumer. But I think... Actually, well... I was thinking Honeyberry, but I realized that she doesn't have that far of a healing range on her. At least I don't know that she would have the range to do what I specifically want. Let's see. So yeah, enemies here don't have, yeah, our units can't take elemental damage.
Over, why don't we all celebrate together?
So we're not going to get that benefit of Honeyberry. But at least we're going to get the range benefit of her. So yes, and I'm recalling the advice I was given to perhaps consider using Cutter for her ability.
Make sure to put out the cooking fire.
The fact that she has a skill that is able to do damage to ranged or to flying units. Cutter could be a very good choice here.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
So yes, I think that the strategy that we have is pretty good. We just need to refine it a little bit more. But yes. But yeah, I want to deploy the jammer as soon as I can, because I would like to get rid of the frost as soon as I can. And I suppose, honestly, if the goal is to get rid of the frost quickly, it might be good to... I don't know. So I need to consider where we want to put Shiryuki. I think down here would probably be pretty good. But the problem is, how do I make sure that she's in a safe position? Yes, Korra.
Everyone.
I don't know. I don't think that we've got a great... Well, actually, we could... Since we didn't have any issues with units up here taking damage... Well, okay. We didn't have an issue with them taking damage because we had a healer on them. If we didn't, things probably would be pretty different. So yes, Honeyberry. If we deploy her here... Yeah, I was hoping her range was one further. I kind of misestimated there. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do here. The only alternative would be to place Honeyberry like so, which could work. Honestly, it probably wouldn't even be bad. But then we'd have to reconsider where we're placing everything else, essentially. And we could try this position for the jammer. But then that leaves the drones down here pretty uncontested. I'm going to try something completely out of left field. And it's probably not a good idea, but it's an idea.
I'm listening.
I'm increasingly disliking what I'm seeing here. I definitely feel like I've made a mistake.
I will protect everyone. Hey.
Doctor,
Alright.
keep your distance. I only want to strike the enemy.
Alright, yeah, this is definitely not turning out how I was hoping.
On standby.
Alright, so our front line has fallen apart. And we don't have quite so much damage on the rear as I would like. Glaucus can be something. Actually, it does seem that Glaucus is prioritizing the... Oh. I realized I forgot that I was supposed to put Honeyberry there.
Focus on fighting. Just leave treatment to me. There you are.
Alright, so we've lost again. It did seem like Glaucus was prioritizing the drone, which I was surprised on.
Just as expected.
Yeah. So that was a bold strategy, but I don't think it was a good strategy. Yeah, the very frontal position was not ideal, I don't think. Putting it here would give us time if we put some medics, or put some of our range units here. Interesting. I suppose I should also consider, on the lower half we're seeing a lot of breakers who have low defense. Yeah, I think we are having a big issue in that our units on the top half aren't able to deal damage quite as fast as I would need them to. Because, yeah, Quartz can do pretty devastating damage. And considering that she can take out enemies so quickly, she isn't as affected by the slow on her attacks. Yeah, I suppose considering we did have a very clean, what was that, third attempt? Something like
I
that?
propose we begin our operation at the top of the hour.
Yeah, we had a very clean attempt, so it might honestly be for the best to just try to replicate that and just refine it a little bit more. Yeah, I might be overthinking this somewhat.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
I need to be very mindful of how I'm positioning my units. Because I know I messed up my order with Myrtle earlier, but we did have better success when we did that. The issue is we need to filter out what is correlation and what is causation. Yes, it might be better to save... Well,
Perfect. Everyone, follow me.
would it be better to save healing wings? Because, yeah, my thought is maybe to save it until we need it more. Because, yeah, we have seen our frontliners get to pretty low numbers before. And they're definitely going to be facing a lot of damage now. And yeah, Myrtle... Okay, Myrtle's in a bad situation now. Alright. We're gonna try this. We're gonna see how it treats us. We might not need Gummy in this slot, to be honest.
It's more important.
Yes, we could possibly find a way around this.
Everyone, follow me.
Yes, the front line is getting weaker all the time, and of course we are going to need to switch to other units eventually. Cruz would be losing damage there.
Anyone hungry?
Glaucus. I want to maximize the effective area that Glaucus has.
Blended, safe and sound.
Yeah, she's definitely prioritizing the drone. Though I don't...
Ooh, almost does that.
It could just be that she happens to be... Because, yeah,
On the job.
ally units do prioritize enemies that are within or closer to the objective. So that could be part of it.
Understood.
Let's see how this works. Because in theory, we don't need a lot of healing on the top side.
Push forward, Commander.
We might not even need any, really.
I won't let you escape this easily.
But yeah, we're not seeing many enemies get past Estelle. I don't think we've seen any since we started the... put her in the situation that she's in. So that's a good sign. Oh, is the Frost Drone dead already? Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that much damage out of Glaucus. I was thinking that she'd do well, but I wasn't thinking she'd do that well. But yes, I think we want to start taking these out faster. And I think we might want to put Cruz facing down next time.
Something yummy for you.
Because yeah, with the damage we've got on Estelle, it might be in our best interest to simply not, it might be in our best interest to not have Gummy. Well, okay, no, we did have an enemy get past us. Well, only very, no, well, yeah, that would have been enough time to get to the end.
That's fine with me. Stay calm, my friends.
Alright, we're getting some passive healing, but will it be enough?
You call for me?
Do we have... Okay, we need to get that drone, like, dead before it gets to our... gets through our defenses.
I'm here. Come on.
So yes, we don't need to worry about damage on Korra. If we rearranged our deployment order a little bit, we could probably get
You pass.
more protection for some of our other units, or some of our air or snipers,
There you are.
expose them to less risk. Yeah, I should have saved the counter charge for like now. Because yes, we're not getting, yeah, we're not stopping them at this point.
In the end, I'm good for nothing.
Just me or the resources not loading quite as fast. That's a little bit weird. That's it. Alright, so, we've made good progress. We've grown in understanding quite a bit, I think. But yeah, I definitely... Glaucus really put in a lot more work than I was expecting, in short. So leveling her up more would help a lot, I think. Oh, okay, so yes. So she does prioritize attacking drones. I didn't see that on this screen. Okay, it does say it on that screen, so I was just looking in the wrong place. I guess, yeah, because I was looking at under her trait, because for, say, marksman snipers... Yeah, for marksman snipers, that's where it says that they prioritize aerial enemies. But yeah, so I was looking for it there. Not a great excuse, but it's the one I've got. And I guess it's true, so... I don't know if it's necessarily an excuse in that case, but... Anyway, so Estelle did very well. I don't know if we would do any better by swapping her out for another unit. But yeah, it might... We would need to have someone who has a lot more DPS in order to justify the choice. Because yeah, the breakers... Pardon. Yeah, the breakers are quite strong. Or they're not strong, but they're not that... They're not weak, is the issue. So yeah, Chen would attack... Attack slower, but she'd do more damage per attack. and she attacks twice per attack. So Chen could be good. Again, we might want to try out Cutter, who I don't... There she is. Cutter. Do we... It's not going to be the most reliable thing. It's not going to be the most reliable thing. 4 times. Immediately attacks random enemies within range. How many enemies, now that I think about it? That's a good question. I've never used Cutter before, at least not in to any serious extent. I'm gonna look her up real quick on the wiki, and we'll see how that. We'll see what we learn from that. Yes. So, redshift. Enemies within range 4 times. Yeah, won't target enemies that are being blocked by Cutter. Doesn't say how many enemies it targets. I don't know if it targets enemies within range 4 times, or attacks random enemies within range 4 times. I don't know if that means it... Well, I was thinking maybe it meant that it targeted 4 enemies, but that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, based on my reading of it. Yeah, 4 times, dealing 200% of attack as physical damage. Yes, it is able to attack range units. We've already, or flying units. We've established that, and it doesn't target units that Cutter is blocking. I think before we commit to Cutter, I might try out Chen in that slot. I might try out Chen. Well, no, Cutter's fine, I think. Whoops, that's not Cutter. But yes, Cutter's fine. Yeah, she'll get another skill upon being promoted that, yeah, deals, yeah, is especially effective against, this one says deals physical damage to up to 5 nearby enemies at base level. What does that mean, though? Yes, up to 5 nearby enemies. I guess that just means the 5 nearest ones, whereas the other one just targets 5 enemies within range. Yeah, her promoted skill has a bigger range on it, or a wider range on it. So that could be more effective. At least more effective for what we're looking for. You know what? Honestly, for the sake of novelty, we'll try out Cutter. I wonder, does Cutter have an English voice? Yes, she does. Yes. Okay. And we'll promote her.
Freedom's the only treasure I have, besides my blade. If you're willing to protect it, I'll listen to you.
Alright. Well, as long as you're willing to protect us, I appreciate that. Alright, so Crimson Crescent will be good as a way to nuke aerial enemies, I think. So I think we'll use that. Is it? Yeah, it's upgraded. I think. No, it's not. Wait, what? Oh, I saw the... I saw the 5 there and thought that meant the skill was level 5. No, that means that it has a... It starts with 5 skill points. Okay. Man, all kinds of gaps today. So, Cutter.
Got it. Joining the team.
Yes. Cutter will fulfill a similar role to Glaucus in being a nuke to flying enemies. Any other changes to make? I'm a little bit worried about Cutter's survivability, but I suppose that might just mean we need to rely on Gummy a little bit more, which is not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, the positioning of the jammer is fine, I think.
Be ready.
Because yeah, dealing
Dealing
with the furthest back frost drone is, I think, the best thing we can really hope for.
Let's do this.
But yes, I don't feel like we necessarily strictly need to wait to deploy Myrtle. We did have success doing that, but we also had success not doing that. But yes, Cutter is going to be very slightly cheaper than Estelle, I think. How do we want to swing the rest of this, though? Do we want to see how fast Glaucus can melt this thing? How fast Glaucus can melt the frost? Not fast enough that we don't need to deploy Cora. But it could be fast enough that we don't need to deploy the jammer there, which could be interesting. Because yes, that would change the situation a lot. That's worth considering. Alright, I think we want to start using Healing Wings pretty soon now. I don't know that I necessarily want to use it just on cooldown. I think I would that's sort of naturally what I would be inclined to do, but I don't think that it's necessarily the best choice.
All I need to do is wield my blade.
We'll see how Cutter does in this role as well. Alright, things have not done so well. Yeah, because we don't have... Yeah. Because we're not getting the damage on Quartz. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Well, we've lost Cutter immediately, so... Because I did forget that she does need to be healed.
Doctor. Go as far as you can. I'll hold them back.
I'll be right back for you, Cutter, don't worry. Alright, so we're trying that again. Good ideas, bad implementation. Did I switch over to Cutter's other skill, now that I think about it? I don't think I did. Alright, so, we're gonna be back once again.
Don't get discouraged. We still have a chance.
We do indeed. So yeah. So again, the issue there was we weren't getting enough damage on the ground fast enough to deal with the enemies up top, so we had one leak. Having one enemy leak obviously isn't the end of the world, and we could level up Quartz just to make her more able to deal with these things, and maybe make her able to deal with them in one shot. Aura, I don't think we need to level up because her damage isn't relevant, basically. Same with Gummy. I guess Gummy does heal more with more attack. But yeah. Yeah, most of them, their damage isn't relevant. Cutter definitely is, though. So we definitely, if we don't see success, we might want to try leveling her up. And yes, we do want to switch over to Crimson Crescent, I think.
Got it. Joining the team.
Yes, Crimson Crescent will allow us to nuke the drones and also deal pretty good damage to ground enemies as well. Would we... What is the damage difference on Quartz compared to Estelle, honestly? Night and day. But yeah, or I guess the attack difference, I should say. Estelle attacks more frequently. But... Yeah, I think Quartz is still the play here. I don't know that leveling her up would give her the ability to kill the slugs in one hit, necessarily. That is an extra 100 attack, but I don't know... I don't know how much health they have, honestly. Yeah, being able to... Yeah, going from killing the slugs in 2 hits to killing them in 1 hit would be massive. Yeah, Originium Slug Beta. Originium Slug Beta. Yes, that is beta, right? Yeah, okay. Originium Slug. I guess the wiki didn't recognize beta as the symbol beta. So yeah. So they have 1500 HP. So yeah, no matter what I do, I can't get quartz over that threshold. Do we have room for another guard though? Temporarily, at least. We can't afford to switch out Gummy and Cora. We could go with just one medic. I don't like that idea necessarily, but we could do it. I don't know that that's a good idea, but it's an idea. I think of them, I'd probably switch out Honeyberry because she can't heal the whole team. And I think for this purpose, Estelle would probably be ideal. Well, would she though? Would Estelle be good for this? That's actually a genuine question. Because... no, she'd be fine, I think. Another guard would probably be cheaper. Yeah, because we don't need someone who's, like, overwhelmingly strong. We just need someone to mop up the slugs that, Quartz can't kill in one hit.
Understood. I'll follow
Yes.
your orders.
Melantha is inexpensive and will do just fine. So yes. It makes me feel a little bit nervous not having two medics on my team, but I never had two medics deployed at the same time. Having a backup medic, I suppose, could be useful, but
Ready to fire.
honestly, I don't think that the healing on Myrtle is as relevant as I was making it out to be. It's useful to be sure, but I think honestly we got more survivability out of just switching the Hunter over to her other skill. Granted, it is random, so we can't necessarily rely on it.
Blended. Safe and sound.
But yeah, so more damage on Quartz would be good, but we can't get her over that crucial break point, so we don't necessarily need to worry about it too much. Yes, we need another defender up here, or we need a defender up here soon. We cannot afford to wait on that. So yeah. I think, honestly, we might just want to start generating DP faster.
Perfect time.
So, healing wings early probably isn't a bad play. Whether or not it's a good play still remains to be seen, but it's probably not a bad play. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
Everyone, follow me.
Yes, and then of course we will need to deploy Gummy, and I will really need to make sure that I don't forget to do that. Alright, we're not going to get another healing wings out of Myrtle. So we might want to just collapse the back line sooner rather than later. Alright.
You're staring at my eye patch. It reveals a lot.
Alright. So Cutter does good damage. She doesn't do amazing damage though, and we did get the drone down. So that gives us a lot of wiggle room.
I'm listening.
Alright, though. Oh dear.
So this is about
Alright, so we were a little bit late on that. Okay, so we have learned something. We've learned that we're in trouble. Alright, what do we want to do here? Melantha is not
orders.
very valuable for this, but we're just not in a good position, to be honest. Alright, so we have lost, I'm pretty confident, but
Understood.
you know. Alright, I don't like Hiroyuki targeting that specific drone. Yeah, we've definitely lost. But, you know. Yeah, Cora's survivability is enough that we probably don't need a medic on her, honestly. But yeah. Yeah, I really don't... This is not a good place for Shiryuki. It's really bad. It's just overwhelmingly terrible. Yeah, okay, she's really not doing it for us.
Doctor, you're staring at my eye patch. It reveals a lot.
Alright, we lost Cruz.
Here's something yummy for you.
Yeah, this is not a... This, we didn't do good. We didn't do good here.
Sorry, Doctor. We had a few problems with the plan because my watch is broken. Go and leave the rest to me.
Yes. Honestly, not a bad run though. We did learn a lot. Yes. So, what have we learned? So we've learned that with the proper support, Glaucus is able to take out that first drone, no problem. But yeah, so that does free up this spot for us to deploy on, in theory. But if we do that, we still kind of need to deploy there anyway, because we need to cover this area. And that, honestly, we might not need to necessarily if we deploy... Well, okay. We need to be very careful with our deployment order if we want this to work as I'm imagining it. But it could possibly work still.
I wonder what interesting things we'll find this time.
In position.
Yeah, honestly, since we don't get more than one healing wings out of Myrtle, it might not be that good. It might not be that good. Because yeah, I was thinking about it in terms of wanting to keep the front line alive for as long as possible.
Here, Doctor.
But we really don't want that necessarily. We want to keep them... We want to retreat them before too long, essentially. So, how do we want to swing this? I think that we could probably get some value out of deploying Glaucus thusly.
Feeling of standing on dry land.
So yes. So, we need to deploy our defender soon. I think, well, actually, we might want to deploy forts after Aura.
Everyone, follow me.
Because yeah, that way she'll take up more, potentially take up more Arts Master shots.
Maximum output.
The range kind of surprised me on that. So if we do this, then that means that we can deploy Perfumer like so. Which grants us some benefits. I don't know that it grants us a tremendous amount of benefit, but it's something, at least. Cutter.
All I need to do is wield my blade.
Alright. Oh, I do need to deploy Melantha before I forget. We're doing okay, honestly. We're not doing terrible. Quartz is going to,
Doctor,
yeah, get her skill up, which could get...
I only want to strike the
No,
enemy.
okay. Yeah, we waited too long.
What's up?
Alright. This is
Everyone,
salvageable. It's not a good situation, but it's not a terrible one either.
Accidents now. Yes? Come on, chin up.
Okay, okay. So we need to figure this, because we don't have... With the medic that we have, we don't have enough survivability on Cutter. Melantha, I don't think is going to be a great asset for us in the long term.
understood.
That could... No. I was going to say that could be something. I don't think that's going to be anything. I think that's going to be bad. I think that's going to be very bad, actually.
Here's something yummy.
Because, yeah, unless the... No. Yeah, that's not very good.
Ready to go.
Ooh, this is not very good for Cutter either.
Got it. Don't look back.
Yeah, this is very bad for Cutter.
Time to fall. Here's something yummy for seven.
So, We definitely don't have the healing on Perfumer is part of the issue.
Anyone hungry?
Alright, yeah, we definitely... That's not great. That's not great at all.
Did anybody get hurt? Doctor? Is the doctor okay?
Yeah, honestly, I think that the place that we were putting the jammer is probably the best place to put it. Like, it feels weird to say that, but yeah.
I propose we begin our operation at the top of the hour. It'll be easier
You know
to
what?
keep track of time.
We're also going to retreat, because I do want to switch, Myrtle's skill.
Did anybody get hurt?
Because, yeah, Healing Wings is not providing us with the value that we want. It's not providing us with the value that we want, because we don't want the front line up that long, necessarily. Honestly, we might even just... Well, no. I was thinking about going back to just having 2 Vanguards in the front, like getting Bee Hunter out of position, but I don't think that's going to be helpful to us. Yeah, because we do need the... Do we, though? No, yeah. I was thinking about it, but no, we definitely... I don't want to lose out on the damage that we've got on Bee Hunter.
There's a mission? I wanna go!
Yeah, and I don't think we have a better unit for this slot than Bee Hunter, honestly. At least not of the ones that I'm familiar with. Yeah, Cutter has not performed as we have wanted her. She doesn't have that much survivability as part of the problem. But yeah, like how much defense does she have compared to Estelle? Well, she doesn't. Yeah, she has about. Well, her defense isn't honestly that bad. The level is probably a big part of it. Because yeah, when she's on level, she has about the same defense, a little bit less health. What does her talent do? Gives her a chance to recover SP. That could be good. I mean, it is good, but is it what we want? And then again, for healing, we could switch off of Perfumer and onto a single target medic, because we usually don't need to heal a lot of units at once. If we're going to do that, Onsel would probably be good, because we do, yeah, additional healing and all that. Honeyberry can heal multiple units more reliably, but she's going to be healing a lot less per heal. It's a little bit less expensive, though, honestly. Really, it might not be that bad of a choice. The damage or the healing? No, I don't know.
Ready whenever.
Because the issue is we need a lot of healing on Cutter, I think, if we want her to survive. And we just, yeah, we're not going to get that. We're going to get more healing out of Onsel than we are going to out of, not Onsel. I'm sure she has a name, but anyway. Frost. Or Frost? What? No. Fang. Bee Hunter. And then Myrtle, once we have a second. So yeah, so we're going to generate more DP this way, which means we can get our back line formed up sooner. So yes. So, with that... Nope. I was about to perform a crucial blunder there. So, where would we want to place Glaucus to make best use of her? That is a good question. Okay, because what's the range on this? not going to tell me. I think it's about 3 tiles, 3 or 4 tiles. Oh, yes, it does tell me in the attack range. So yeah, so 3 tiles, so that would go yay far. Yeah, yay far from the device. You know, radiating out thusly. So yes. So, this far, if we position, well, no, because we can't position Glaucus too recklessly, because if she's too far forward, then she's just going to get annihilated by the drones. Unrelated, but what's the range on Onsol? So I just realized he's probably not going to be able to heal our medic up for our medic?
We're counting on you again today, little
Yes, our defender up on top.
Perfect.
That might not be a huge factor, but it's definitely going to be a factor. Cruise. I don't know why I did that, honestly. Anyway, so Onsol can heal Quartz, which is okay. Quartz isn't going to need healing, I don't think, but he hasn't thus far.
There you are.
Gummy. We want to place Cutter for medic, then Cutter, then Gummy. Actually, we don't need. No. Cutter.
All I need to do is wield my blade.
Medic,
Please hold on.
then Gummy, I think. As soon as we can, we also want to deploy Melantha. Alright.
Oh, I have to get serious now.
So. E-Hunter is reaching the end of her usefulness, I think.
Keep your distance. I only want to strike.
Come on, show me what you got.
Alright, we just completely lost there. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we need to aggressively deploy Melantha. Because yeah, we did not clear those slugs fast enough, and I wasn't paying attention to that. Okay.
I wonder what interesting
yes.
things we'll find this time.
I thought briefly for that maybe Cruz was going to. I didn't put her there. Yeah, okay. I put Cruz in the position that she was in just because I wanted to get her on the field sooner. I wasn't really thinking about how she would contribute, and she didn't contribute very much. Yeah, I was just wanting to set up the playing field faster, basically. But that was a big mistake, I think. Honestly, if we are going to get good healing on the bottom and not as much healing on the top, we might want to reverse the position of our medics. Or medics? Defender.
Perfect timing.
Yes, and then as soon as we can, we're probably going to want to put Melantha down. And as soon as we can is right now. Yes. Then cut her down here.
All I need to do is wield my blade.
And we'll see how far we can get with Cutter and Onsol. With just Cutter and Onsol specifically, I should say. Yes, we've got a decent setup on the top.
Everyone, follow me.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
We're not going to get much more time out of Bee Hunter. I don't think she's going to be able to take out this enemy, even.
Here's something, yeah.
You're staring at my eye patch. It reveals
This is
a lot.
not good. Okay. So we have lost again. So we do need that drone either disabled or dead very early. Because yeah, we just aren't getting the ad clear fast enough, even with Melantha. Which raises the thought, maybe we don't need Melantha.
Let's go. So
one's looking for a beatdown. You guys?
So yeah, Melantha might not be that useful. You might want to see about doing a Melantha-less strategy.
I'm here to help.
So yes, what else would we want to consider then? It's an interesting conundrum we're in. I guess part of the issue is that we weren't able to get as much... No, would that have been relevant? I don't think so. I was going to say that we wouldn't have gotten as much... we weren't able to activate Fora's skill to get some emergency blocking, but I don't think that's a factor we want to rely on.
Perfect timing.
So yes, we want this drone disabled ASAP. And I think, honestly, that outweighs most other considerations here. Yes. So, that allows us to attack at a reasonable rate, which allows us to clear ads at a reasonable rate, which means that we don't need to worry about the top so much.
Everyone, follow me.
Yes, Myrtle. More DP, if you would be so kind. Console. And Cutter.
All I need to do
Going to
is
retrieve
realize
Bee
that
Hunter. Going to deploy Cora once we have the chance. Yeah, Myrtle is not going to get another oh, I should have paid attention to her skills that time.
I only want to strike the enemy.
Oh well.
Anyone hungry? Thrust.
So then, Glaucus
Blended.
here, perhaps? I feel like a lower position probably would have been better, because then, yeah, we could stun enemies within range of Cutter. Yeah, Cutter with a single target. Oh, I should have retreated. Honestly, I kind of forgot that Fang was there. Oh, hold on. Oh no, Glaucus is getting... Yeah, she's getting her... Oh dear. Damage. Attack speed reduced. There we go. Yeah, so we really made a mistake there. Interesting. Let's... Oh, no. Okay, Cutter... Okay, Cutter does not have the survivability to be the frontliner, I don't think, there.
Weapons, time your strike. It's more important than brute strength.
Anyone hungry?
So this is not a good position.
I'm listening. Ready. Sever.
I don't like your targeting priority there, Shirayuki. Yeah, Shirayuki has consistently not done it for us. Interesting.
Sorry, Doctor. We had a few problems with the plan because my watch is broken. Go and leave
Yes.
the rest to me.
So we blundered Fang a little bit. Not a huge deal, because we wouldn't get that much DP back by retreating her instead. And even if we did at this stage of the mission, it wasn't that relevant. But yeah, Glaucus in the position she was in was very weak. Cutter's really not doing it. She's just not getting the job done. What can we do about that? Could we position the defender in front and use Cutter just to take out what remains? If the enemy movements accommodate it, we could probably position her.
Let's go.
We could probably position her, yeah.
I'm not Leave it to us.
Yeah, I need to pay attention to where enemies are coming on the bottom lane, because that will allow us to be a little bit more careful with where we put Cutter, which will in turn allow us to potentially survive a little bit longer. Of course, it's also possible that Cutter's just not, if you'll pardon the pun, cut out for this. And that we just don't want her in this specific position on this specific map. Or we don't want her on this specific map. Yeah, I say position to mean role, essentially. Purpose.
Perfect timing.
I thought about changing up where I put ports, but there's not really any reason to do that specifically.
Everyone, follow me. Push forward, Commander.
Tries to do good damage on Gummy. Does she have more attack than Aura? 148 versus 323. Yes, actually. Could this be something? I don't know that it would be anything good, but it would certainly be something. I think it would give us more, depending on where we put our other units, it would give us more time to have the drones within attacking range.
Ooh, almost. I have to get serious now.
But yes.
Push forward, Commander.
I think we do need to be, I need to be careful with where I'm putting my other
More
units.
important than brute strength.
You don't need to clear frontal area, I don't think.
Lucky for you.
Yeah, being too eager to get rid of our frontal units, I think maybe cost us something.
Bring it on.
All I need to do is wield my blade.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying, or what I was meaning to say there was, I think that being too eager to get... Oh, hold on. Cutter's not in a good spot here. Yeah, being too eager to get rid of my front line too all at once was probably a mistake. I suppose being too anything to anything is a mistake, but just by the definition of what it means to be to something. But let's see how... What just happened? Oh dear. Who did we just lose? Who did we just lose? Myrtle. Oh, I forgot that Myrtle was here. Oh dear.
Anyone hungry? Amplifying microwave frequency.
So we are leaking... We did leak on enemy.
I can wait. Quiet.
Okay, so that will... Cutter can get rid of a lot of drones all at once. The problem, though, is her surviving. Well, no, the problem is everyone else surviving. Interesting.
I'm sorry I failed you, Instructor Doberman.
Yeah, the physical position that she was in was okay. But then we ran into the issue of being in the area of the second frost drone. We might want to try a strategy involving... Well, I don't know. I don't know that we want to rely
Make sure
on...
you don't get any innocents involved.
I don't know that we want to involve, or I don't know that we want to rely on Cutter as a way to clear these waves. Certainly she's capable of it. She does a lot of damage, in a very wide area. And so she could essentially just annihilate an entire wave of those drones in the right circumstances. The only question is, would we be able to set up the right circumstances?
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Me?
Ready to fight.
Or...
A bit late, not a big problem.
Everyone, follow me!
Because yeah, sort of what I'm thinking here is using Glaucus to get rid of this this drone, a little bit earlier, so that we could potentially do what we were doing before with the positioning of Cora and Cutter. Yeah, Cutter can't, attack past Cora. But, again, we don't necessarily need her to, because we can basically just use Cora to filter enemies. Just so that Cutter doesn't have to deal with as many at a time. And that could be good enough, honestly.
Only need
Everyone, follow me.
Alright. More DP.
Here's something yummy for you.
And now I think would be a good time to use her skill.
Sheathe my weapon.
So yes, this will give us more time for Quartz to miss. Alright, so I guess we should have waited a little bit. But, broadly speaking, that worked.
Please hold on.
We are now in a very precarious position,
Almost over.
but we're not in a losing position, necessarily. Maybe we are. It remains to be seen. But, maybe not.
I'm listening.
Yes. Do we want more damage up top? I guess it wouldn't go awry, certainly. We're definitely in a position where I wish I had Estelle again. But I guess it's fine. We're not doing terribly. We're doing pretty good, honestly. Most of our units that need healing are covered. I don't expect crews to need healing. Expect being the operative word.
Do you call for me?
Yes, I don't want that drone. I don't want that drone in general, but I don't want it to get past us. But we might not have a choice in the matter. And yeah, if it gets past us, we've lost. We could face... Blue Hood 2K, thank you for the follow. Nice try, thank you. But yeah, so I think positioning Glaucus facing upwards would allow us to put some damage on that drone.
Nope, I'm not scared.
But yeah, the big thing though would just be timing the what's it called? Counter EMP. Yeah. Would be timing counter EMP a little bit better, because the issue there, or at the very least the reason why we
Doctor?
were down to just one enemy defeating us, was because I didn't time it correctly, and thus an enemy I didn't time it correctly, and thus Quartz didn't have a lot of targets in front of her when she was with her already slow attack speed that was reduced further due to the frost drone, we just missed completely, which is bad.
A bit late, not a big problem.
Yeah, honestly, I think positioning Gummy up here could be a little bit of a game changer. Yeah, it could be a little bit of a game changer, because that means that we can focus our healing on the bottom here. Man, I just had the mental image, since I used Onsal to illustrate this, I just had the mental image of the Dr. Arknights just sort of taking perhaps a paper doll of an operator and just sort of waving them around a battle map to describe their plans. But anyway, so you're gonna want Cora on the field sooner rather than later.
the battlefield is a graveyard.
Yes,
Sheathe my weapon. Time your strike. It's more important than brute
yes, we
strength.
do need to time our strikes. You're very right on that, Quartz. Quartz.
Maximum output.
Alright. Bee Hunter's about to go down, so we'll retreat her. Alright, so this didn't save us, but it did make us not die as much as fast.
Please
So
hold
that's
on.
something. Where do we want to cover the area, I suppose, is the question. This might be a little bit better. Yeah, if we're planning on... I don't know, would it be that much better?
Ooh, almost like we're counting on you again today, little
It's quite a
apple.
conundrum. Alright. So we definitely want to retreat our frontal units sooner rather than later. I suppose they'll retreat themselves. Cruise? Cruise? Yes, cruise. Okay.
Push forward, Commander. Hurrah!
Simply put, cruise. Yuki maybe could do better in this. Well, no, because yeah, okay. Because she would just hard focus on the drone too, and that wouldn't really change anything.
Understood.
Well, she would have... I guess it depends on whether the
There you are.
paths of the drones cross with that of the path of the Archmaster drones cross with that of the
There you are.
overlap with the position of the lower drone.
It's time to fall.
Alright, so that's good. I don't think that they would,
My specialty.
necessarily.
I
Alright.
believe.
We need to kill these, like, right away, or otherwise Cutter is not going to live.
There you are.
That might not be relevant because we might not be living, but...
Push forward, Commander. Hurrah!
I should not be neglecting Quartz's skill. Alright, Shiryuki is not going to live, it would seem.
You call for me? Amplifying microwave frequency.
Alright, we did miss that one drone, which
Here I
isn't going to be the end of us necessarily, but it's definitely not the beginning of us. Okay. So yeah, we're not
Key disabled. We'd better call for backup quick.
able to stun the enemy or slow the enemy within sort of a concentrated field of fire well enough. The ground enemies aren't a huge problem. At the very least, they're not the thing that's causing us to lose the mission. Yeah, again, we might just be in a position where we just need more damage. So, to that end,
Okay, I see. I got it now.
yeah, Glaucus. Glaucus is sort of the damage, I suppose, in this situation. Otter deals burst damage. A little bit more damage on her wouldn't go awry, I suppose, but yeah, she just gets rid of things. She just deletes enemies, essentially, so we don't necessarily need to worry about that so much. Ruse can't be leveled up anymore. Shiryuki, I don't really know what to do with her. I think, honestly, we might switch her out. Catapult or Meteorite, I think, would be best, because then we could get the blast radius increase. Maybe? I don't know. We'll switch. We'll think about it. Because, yeah, it's not necessarily, you know, my units aren't necessarily going to hard focus the frost drone on the bottom there.
Gimme the bell.
Yeah, they aren't necessarily going to hard focus it forever. But I don't know,
I'm here to help.
because I've had the targeting priority get a little bit weird a lot. So,
Everyone, follow me.
yeah, we can't position Glaucus so that she can hit multiple of them. I don't think. No. So yeah, I guess we can just kind of choose which drone we want Glaucus to get rid of. And we could honestly just think about that. Just have that be our concern. Well, no, because we do need her DPS on drones. It might be better to give her a more frontal field of fire. I'm probably hesitating too much here. But yes, we need to simply deploy our units and get damage on the field.
A bit late, not a thrust.
Push forward, Commander! Hurrah!
I feel like we can get some value out of crews in this position. It'd help us get the drone down faster, I suppose. And that would help us with everything else, more or less. So yes. It might be.
Everyone, follow me.
I don't know how low it is, honestly.
Serious now. Anyone hungry?
Quora. No, Quora. Anyway, I've made that joke many a time.
Battlefield is a graveyard, fully charged.
Here's something yummy for you. Can't worry about
This
accidents now.
might get rid of
More
the
important than
drone.
brute strength.
Yeah, I think the drone's gone now. So that clears us up very quickly. Okay. So Cruise was probably pretty good there, honestly.
Thrust.
Whew, almost dozed off.
No, we're not going to get another skill use out of her, I don't think, nor out of Fang, probably. I'll keep Fang around just for the sake of it, more or less, honestly. Jammer. This could be something.
Here I am.
Yeah, Fang went down as expected. I don't like how late I waited to deploy Onsol, because that means he's going to be a high priority for the enemies. But hopefully by the time the enemies get over there, they're not going to survive for very long. Yes, Cutter is actually doing damage a little bit better than I was expecting.
Very well. Exterminate.
Yes. See, the drone... Yeah, I don't know what exactly the logic that
You call for me?
Hiroyuki is using
Fully
is.
charged and ready maximum output.
Alright, Cruz can take out that drone, and the others can be dealt with in time. Hopefully.
Waiting your orders.
So, Cutter can take out a large number of them right now.
There you are. Doctor, come on, show me what you've got.
Yes, I don't want to worry about... Well, yeah, I guess it's not any real concern. Yeah, Shiroyuki is going to take out the drone that she's next to pretty soon here, in theory.
Fully charged and ready. Amplifying microwave frequency.
So yes, Shiroyuki has her skill up.
All ends
I can wait.
Okay, we got a good hit from Cruz, taking out another drone. So, the situation is probably a lot better than it looks, or a lot better than I was thinking it would be. And we can take out a lot here. We probably want to use the skill sooner rather than later. But we just lost our defender up top.
I'll do my best.
So we might have lost the mission. Okay, that was a factor that I had not considered. I am amazed that Melitha survived.
Accidents now.
Leave it to us.
Alright, we win, maybe. Well, we might as well deploy Bee Hunter now, just to do a little bit more damage. Okay. That was probably the worst clear that I've had so far in this series. But it was a clear. Oh, man. Okay. So, I'm going to step away real quick, and then I will be back in a few minutes here. Wow. Alright, I have returned. Hello, all. Hello, Pick. Good to see you, too. Yes, thank you again for your kind words, Blue Hood. Yes, I apologize for perhaps not being quite as interactive as I could be. Yeah, that mission was kind of the whole stream. It is the specter of 5-7 has been haunting us since halfway through last stream, in fact. Or last Arknight stream, I should say. So I was very, very focused on trying to get a good clear of it there. But yeah. Obviously, we could have improved a little bit, considering we only very, very barely survived that. But I'm pretty pleased with how that all turned out. But yeah, I definitely think that with the units that I have, I could probably have, not necessarily this team, but with other units that I have leveled up and whatnot, we probably could have gotten a cleaner victory. As well as just, if I just practice the stage a little bit more, I could definitely see myself getting even perhaps a 3-star clear of it. Obviously, we don't have time for that now. I guess it's maybe not obvious, but we don't have time for that now. But it is what it is. So, the story. Medics, former South Pachi Plaza, exit 12. 1 injured, a senior LGD inspector. Get here quickly. Has the bleeding stopped? You should know me by now. The wound is closed, but I won't be able to lift my shield for a while. How are our colleagues doing? You were the only ones who fell. I consider that a small win. You're really not bringing me with you? The Union's commander may well be hiding inside the LGD headquarters. It's going to be a brutal fight. I'm aware, but considering your condition, it's for the best. Wouldn't you agree? You say that stings a bit, but it's fine. I know better. Remember, be careful out there. I know. No matter how you look at it, Reunion is weaker than we expected. Despite that, they still managed to take Chernobog. Also, you have a weak point. I can't stress this enough, but never let your thoughts consume you. Ever. Don't be so obsessed with something that you neglect the other possibilities. There is nothing out there worth going off to battle for except for your continued existence. I'll treat this as your advice to me. I'll take it to heart. Hurry up and get better. I'll be waiting for your return after this mission is finished. I'll protect the medic team. You should get going. Sure. Reunion has already passed the Causeway Bell. Report from AU-7. Reunion is also assembling in Ha-Won. I repeat, Reunion is currently assembling. This is AU-7's mission briefing. Squad AO-3 has eliminated the Reunion forces in Front Bay as planned. They are now pushing the remnants back towards the LGD headquarters. All enemies in front of a Scorpio Plaza have been annihilated, now retreating towards Charles Avenue to head to the rally point. This is Squad AL-1's report. Over. These are the updates on Reunion's movements and each squad's progress. Over. Understood. Continue the operation. Our objective is to drive all Reunion forces into the designated area. If small groups of stragglers are seen in other districts, you are authorized to eliminate them. Try to draw them out if possible. Focus on avoiding casualties. We'll need to preserve our strength. Yes, ma'am. Another call? Hello. Is this, Chen? Are you still there? What? What did you call me? Ah, Chen, you're done for. You're so dead for what happened at Pachi Plaza. I heard it myself. You were the one who gave those orders. Is that all you wanted to say? Look, why did you reject Rhodes Island's help? Was it because you felt guilty? I don't recall you being a psychologist. Don't worry, I'll help you make reparations. Reparations? I can't tell you yet. But you're so done for because of what you did. By the way, do you still remember that one restaurant in Xiangwan? Huh? Which one? Whichever one it is. They're all closed now. Wait, are you trying to change the subject? The one with that absolutely divine steak sandwich. Huh? Oh. I just remembered. The restaurant with a steak burger as big as your palms put side by side. That's the one. I used to go there quite often while on my patrols. Get down. Who said you could stand up? What was that place called again? Goody Foodie? Sounds about right. Aha! Now I get it. You're going to treat me to a meal, aren't you? Well, why don't we go to some place a bit more high class? Your idea of high class is very different from mine. Come on, I can foot the bill. Miss S, do you really think I'm that kind of person? Do you want to try calling me that again? Sorry, I bit my tongue. You clearly did that on purpose. Swire, I was just thinking, if we don't do a better job this time, we won't be able to face the locals. Our business depends on Lungmen, and Lungmen also depends on them. If you feel that way, you should stop running your mouth. The sooner we take down Reunion, the sooner you can treat me to lunch, to brunch. Seems like the fighting is pretty intense on your end as well. It's fine. I can handle it. Quick, they're about to get away. How annoying. Hey, hurry it up. We don't have all day. Ah, Chen. I want a steak, tomato and egg burger. No problem. Sorry for accidentally locking you up in the vault that other time. You call that an accident? I know you did that on purpose. Whatever, it felt cathartic splashing water all over you this morning, so I guess we're even. Hey, Ah Chen. Safety first. Don't throw your life away for the sake of what's immediately in front of you. Remember that there are lots of people who are counting on you. Is that so? Thanks for your advice. Now that you're in front of the restaurant, that means you're almost at the LGD headquarters, right? That's right. Good luck. 7:40 p.m. Overcast. 670 meters east of LGD headquarters, Upper Factor Street, Upper Lungmen. Adam Chen, whoop. Adam Chen, 4th Mobile Squad, reporting in. Good work. All of you who are assembled here are the cream of the crop. As we speak, many of our colleagues are still out there fighting, but we have our own mission. The building in front of us was used to be the symbol of Lungmen's safety, the embodiment of law and order, the heart of the LGD. But now it has fallen into Reunion's hands and has been tainted by conspiracy and warfare. Some of you might see this as just another job. Some of you might be saddened, while others might be enraged. No matter how you feel, we are the LGD. We aren't rioters, nor are we criminals. We will take back our headquarters, not necessarily for the sake of pride or justice. We will do it because we are the LGD, and we will take back what belongs to us. That's the only reason we need. Do not make Lungmen worry about us. Do I make myself clear? Obedience, diligence, and perseverance. It's time. Let us rid the LGD headquarters of every last Reunion member. Yes, ma'am. Let's go.
They've lost their will to fight. Not my targets anymore.
All right. Yeah. Honestly, I am a Cutter believer now. I definitely see what people were saying when they were saying use Cutter. I could have used her more effectively, I think. But the big damage burst was really a game changer. Yeah, given that we carved out a space on the lower what's the word I'm looking for? The lower level there. We maybe could have deployed Cutter and Cutter a little bit differently. I don't know where would have been a better place for her, but I feel like we maybe could have gotten better use of her if she was a little bit more forward. Yeah, a little bit more forward and more able to engage, more able to engage the enemy. or rather more able to engage them before they start causing problems for us. Yeah, the top side, we just had a few leaks on. Yeah, one of them was an enemy getting past us when Gummy went down. Gummy being defeated is definitely not a possibility that ever crossed my mind. I never imagined that even potentially happening. This will be interesting. The recommended level went down. Interesting. Yeah. Is this? Oh, okay. So this is going to be sort of a tutorial stage, I suppose. It introduces a new mechanic, at least. Anyway, we're not going back into the level. I'm just sort of thinking about it. Because this mission has become enough of a white whale for me that I do want to hunt it at some point. Maybe not now, but I do want to get a 3-star on it just because of how much I put into it. Maybe it's sunk costs, but I don't know. I feel like overcoming challenges. Yeah, the drive to overcome challenges is what will drive me to improve at this game. But yes. I think I definitely need to review the footage in order to get a better idea of what I could do better there. But yes. Hutter was very good. She did very good. Yeah, anyway, so let's wrap up before I get to Oops. There we go. So yes, thank you all for joining me tonight. It has been a true pleasure. Arknights is fun. I like playing Arknights. Anyway, so, let's see. If anyone has any raid suggestions, first of all, please feel free to let me know. If not, I can find a target on my own. But yes. So. Schedule. Business. Okay. Yes, this is the last stream for this week. Next week, we should be seeing streams on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. The Tuesday stream should be Umamusume Pretty Derby Party Dash. The Friday stream should be Guilty Gear, maybe. And then the Saturday stream should be more Arknights. But yes, the Tuesday and Saturday streams should start at around 8:30 p.m. Central Time. The Friday stream... Anyway, the Friday stream should be around 9 p.m. Central Time. And yeah, I suppose that's all that really needs to be said. So, not seeing any raid suggestions. Who is online? Interesting. Alright, I see that Svella is playing some RimWorld currently. I think I might go and drop by. I played a little bit of RimWorld. But yeah, I say I played a little bit of RimWorld. I got RimWorld back in, I think, November, October, something like that of last year. And I'm pretty sure it was October, midway through October. But yeah, I got RimWorld midway through October, and by the time that at the end of the year, I saw my sort of Steam year in review thing, it had become the most played game, my most played game of the entire year. And not by a small margin, it was well over 50% of my playtime across all of my Steam games was RimWorld. So, yeah, that should give you an idea of my level of interest in RimWorld. But yeah, I do have other business to attend to, so I'm not going to necessarily be able to stick around long for Svella's stream. But, I don't know. Just to see a little bit, I guess. That'll be nice. But yeah, anyway. So, raid, Svella Persera. Yes, Valkyrie VTuber, once again, playing some RimWorld. Svella Persera. Okay. So yes, so the customary raid message is, as always, we have arrived. Already went over the business. So, thank you all for being here tonight. I hope that you've had a fine night. I hope that you will continue to have a fine night every night. and I hope that you will be well until the next time I see you. Thank you all very much, and farewell. Let us get this raid underway.